Welcome everybody to tonight's Exploring the New Age show with myself, Julian Wells, and my good friend Don, and Don Murphy, excuse me. And tonight we have some very interesting information to play with, considering what we visited last week, and considering exactly what people have been asking me over the past week regarding sort of the information that came out. Note that I did have a conversation with Don previous to the show from last week, and that recording has come out. It's come out, I believe, last night or this morning, and that has some additional context to specifically talking about some stuff that appeared that was going to be showing up. We'll call it that kind of, getting closer to disclosure, getting close to, movement happening, or getting close to this place where, we're looking at some sort of shift, maybe in the financial world or in the political world, or just, some sort of imagery. And I wanted to talk a little bit more about that and find out a little bit more. So basically, I don't necessarily have all the details on that, readily available. I'm planning on, with Don's help, sort of like querying those that helped us get the information in the first place.
Sure.
Aside from that, later on in the show, if we have time, we should talk about a little bit of some of the dreams that I've been having, a couple days ago, because they were extremely insightful. And I do want to share, some discussion on the subject of vibration and physical reality. So, at this point, Don, I wanted to ask if you could sort of like help recap a little bit of what we talked about last week, just for people who are maybe new to today and didn't catch last week.
With the show,
Yeah, with the show.
or with our private talk.
Well, just the general conversation regarding what's coming forward.
We were looking at the 19th, which was last Tuesday, a big energy shift. They were saying that for the next 4 or 5 days, there's going to be larger energy fluctuations, and they were actually kind of letting us know that there's a potential for a large, or I wouldn't say large, but some kind of action in the world that was going to grab everybody's attention. And so that was kind of the big part of what we were talking about there.
Okay. There was, it's tied into the energy specifically that
Right.
that basically was pushing people into a position of basically having to live more of an honest projection of themselves, as in, a more honest approach to life. I'm actually gonna.
Well, what they were talking about was people were going to be put in this position to, whether it's to defend themselves or what have you, but there was a potential for a lot of information to come out as people are as transparently and as truthfully as they believe that they.
Okay, Don, you're actually coming through really, really poorly at the moment.
Am I?
Yeah, but that only happened since we started the stream. So I'm actually thinking that Crystal, watching this, is using up some of the Wi-Fi bandwidth. So I'm going to go check in with her real quick and have her switch to the other router. Just give me 1 second, and I'm going to mute myself, but you could probably still talk while I'm away.
Okay. So I don't know if anybody's in the chat room has seen some evidence of some of the things that we were talking about. Yeah. I can hear him speaking. Anyways, with the weekend, I don't know that I've seen too many information bombs along the lines of Panama Papers, because they were kind of using that as the original basis for how information is going to be distributed. I've noticed several attempts at looking at Putin for releasing some of this information. People have been writing. I've noticed KP's had some big articles, which a lot of times he doesn't repost those, so I haven't had a chance to get through all of them. And later in the week, when Julien and I talked, the council was also letting us know that this energy is going to continue for probably 3 weeks or so, and that potentiality stays open for that whole amount of time. You
Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I'm back.
back? Okay.
Yeah, I have two routers just to make sure that we aren't using up the same bandwidth. But anyways, no explanation for it right now.
Okay.
But I was listening, and what I wanted to sort of put in there, just to sort of give another couple points to reflect on, is that there is, I want to say, some factors that we weren't aware of, some facets of the experience that we were not able to sort of like see until we got a little bit into it, and I'm sort of being shown a little bit of what that looks like. Give me 1 minute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is coming from the Pleiadians, and I'm going to get I'm actually going to get a communication from the sun in a minute. Okay, so the Pleiadians are reviewing the energy that actually went through, that we were talking about last week, that sort of built up into the weekend. And apparently there was some sort of major negotiation. There was like some sort of promise was made, and it's the kind of promise that you can't really promise unless you trade something for it. You know, some sort of thing that you can pull. Like if you don't, take action, then certain things will happen. What is that called?
Before we get too far into this, Julien, we're getting a lot of reports that the feed is choppy, the stream is choppy.
What I'm going to... Okay, we're back. So, I think everything's going to go well. Of course, friends in the chat room, let me know if,